I adore almost everything when it comes to the Middle-earth series. The books, the movies, the games. I'm kind of a nerd about it. I've played this game many times in the past, and I am very ready to start this hard mode check on Middle-earth Shadow of War.
Avec ma famille. Tu rêvais de vengeance. Mais il n'y a qu'une seule façon de boucler la boucle. Il faut tuer Sauron. Il nous faut un nouvel anneau.
Le monde des hommes va s'éteindre. Un rôdeur et un spectre, liés tous deux par la mort, ont forgé la seule chose qui puisse vaincre Sauron. Un anneau de pouvoir. La mort t'appelle encore, rôdeur. Que vas-tu répondre? Trop tard. Nous sommes déjà morts.
I went with Gravewalker difficulty because I wanted to save Brutal for Nightmare check and went right in. I cannot stress to you how amazing the introduction to this game is. The cutscenes, the writings, the flashbacks to Talion's history in the first game, it's just so good. I wish I could put it into words how much you should play this game. Immediately you're drawn in while you play, and whatever I'm able to show in this video doesn't even compare to the true beauty you feel while playing it. I play the game in French because it adds a cultural element I enjoy very much, and I hope others enjoy it too.
À propos d'un immortel, moitié homme, moitié spectre, un démon.
Et vous, qu'en pensez-vous?
Je pense qu'il nous serait d'une grande aide.
So for story, Shelob is like a spider lady who can see visions of the future. She took the new ring from Celebrimbor and I that we recently just created, and she told me that I needed to protect the Palantirs, which is pretty much like a seeing stone, at all costs to prevent Minas Ithil from falling, which is the last Gondorian fortress of Mordor. And for now, to do that, I need to take out some captains to weaken their army. Pretty quick, I found out the Uruks are faster, they group up more, and you die in 2 hits from any regular enemy in this difficulty. Even the little guys, just 2 hits. So be careful running around. I'm not going to try and get too into the story in this video, otherwise it's going to take up the whole video. Not that that video wouldn't be interesting, but it's just not what I'm doing right now. Like I said earlier, I cannot stress how much you need to play this game. It's gorgeous in every way. I took out my very first captain with a nice slick stealth shot before the fight, and the fight itself was pretty fast. With winning the war seeming like an impossible task, I met up with Baranor in Cirith Ungol, where he explained to me about war chiefs and weakening them. To do that, you need to rid them of their bodyguards. So together, we took out a war chief's bodyguard to help against the fight in a very fun mission. And soon after that, went to see Shelob again in hopes of another vision, maybe even a changed one. In the vision, we saw Minas Ithil's defeat, and a war chief who helped cause it. So I helped Baranor take out the war chief, hoping it would help.
Ah, le doux parfum de la peur humaine. C'est un vrai délice. Ensemble, on va écraser leurs défenses et les réduire en miettes. Je suis trop fort pour toi.
Going back and seeing Shelob again and another vision proved it would do nothing, because there is a traitor in our midst, and we have to find out who that is. Gollum shows up and says he could bring us to the traitor, and he shows us to a messenger who just won't shut up about the traitor.
Pour le chef de guerre. Je viens de croiser ce traître de Pont-Rouge. Et il avait un message pour le chef.
Tu ferais mieux de la fermer. Les briseurs d'hommes t'écorchera vif si tu continues à chacasser comme ça.
Which, of course, pissed off the war chief, getting rid of our main lead.
Combien de fois je vous l'ai répété? Vous ne devez jamais parler du traître.
But in all hopes, the war chief has the information we need. The problem? He's triple my level. Literally, at this point, I was only level 6. Everyone in the game so far has been drastically above my level. It's legit terrifying. But this game is like a massive game of rock, paper, scissors. Everyone has a major weakness. And even with that help, I died. So many times fighting this guy. It was so bad. It was the angriest I've gotten this whole game so far. I know I do a lot of stuff in games a little too early, but I really wasn't expecting all this. I finally ended up getting him by freezing him a lot and throwing a hell of a lot of knives. Sadly, in the end, he told me pretty much nothing, so I headed back to Minas Ithil for a new lead. Once arriving, I found the Witch King had kidnapped the military's general, and the only way to get him back was to fight their champion, and only once he's defeated may the general go free. And let me tell you, this mission was very fun.
Jusqu'à cette arène pour combattre le champion de Sauron. Et j'attends toujours.
Yes, I died many times. It could legit be in an instant, really quick. But it was so fun and felt great to finally finish it and see that amazing speech.
C'était pas censé se passer comme ça. J'ai su respecter ma part du marché. Et votre champion en a fait de même.
Pour affronter cet ennemi pitoyable, le Seigneur des Ténèbres promet la clémence. Regardez maintenant le Seigneur de Lumière. Je ne fais aucune promesse. Fuyez! Fuyez! Trouvez votre maître et donnez-lui ce message. Je lui ferai la peau!
Getting back to Minas Ithil after, I found they never released the general after I won, so Idril and I planned a rescue mission.
Mon père est enfermé dans le camp du chef de guerre, mais ils nous ont repérés avant que nous arrivions à lui.
And proceeded to do a badass rescue and stealth mission and set him free. The mission was pretty easy, no captains or anything, just a slick rescue. Maybe a little too easy.
Je te laisserai pas partir, général.
Père ?
This brings me back to Shelob yet another time for one final vision, and in the vision we find the general himself was the traitor the entire time. To keep his family safe, he had planned to trade the Seeing Stone, putting all of Middle-earth in danger and definitely screwing all of Gondor. And as soon as I came back, it was almost immediate. The general had sabotaged our own defenses and allowed the Uruks to easily break through, causing an all-out battle, which was visually spectacular, but ultimately frustrating as hell. I didn't even know what was going on most of the time. It told me to hold the courtyard, but it was really just nothing more than a stay alive mission that felt way longer than 2 minutes. But in all honesty, it felt pretty real for the situation. It was a crazy thing, and even with foresight, Talion himself was caught off guard. After an extremely long, gruesome, and close-to-death fight, we had decided the city was lost.
La cité est perdue! Sauvez vos hommes!
I got saved by Baranor way too many times during this battle.
Nous n'avons pas fini. C'est ce que tu veux? Notre chasse n'est...
Now finally, the Nazgul fight. Once the battle is lost, the Nazgul attack the fort for the Palantir.
Les morts n'ont que faire de l'honneur. Gastamir!
Vous allez vous acquitter de votre promesse.
And you fight them off best you can, although they already now have the Palantir. Anyway, this fight is always so fun. It's filled with action, timing sequences, and fast-paced badassness. Afterwards, Minas Ithil is given to the Nazgul Isildur for retrieving the Seeing Stone, and they find Shelob has the ring. So you have to get to her as fast as possible, in a pretty immersive mission where if you're good at it, the in-game free running is kind of just simply really fun and a breeze.
Nous y sommes presque.
Tenez-vous prêts et ne vous éloignez pas.
Tout dimanche la gariage.
Upon saving Shelob, she decides it's finally time to give me the new ring, to forge my army of Uruks and rise up against Sauron. As I got the ring, I was extremely excited. This is the point of the game that ends Story Act 1 and begins Talion's journey of super awesome pretty much. The new ring allows you to dominate your targets and make them your own warriors, and it's addicting to say the least. I spent my entire last day attempting to work on my army, and after a good few hours, I made what seemed like no progress. I have never had a playthrough of Shadow of War feel so long, and I kinda love it. The hard mode of this game makes the Nemesis system better and more active. It increases the difficulty when it comes to the captain's levels and their stats. I honestly love this so much, but seriously, at the end of hours, like 3 or 4 hours, I had 4 Uruk captains. That was it. Almost everyone, as soon as you start the game, is so high above your level, and it instills genuine fear. By the end of the 3 days, I had felt like I barely even started the game. Although I will say, most times I play this game, I feel like it all happens too quick, and I finished the whole game too fast. So this feels perfect for me. This is the perfect representation of a hard mode in my book. I'm scared, worried, and panicked half the time. And to me, I feel like that's how it should be. Because something like this was not easy for Talion to do, so it shouldn't be easy for you to do. And altogether, I will definitely be finishing this hard mode and will love to do the nightmare check on it one day. Here's a few extra clips that look great, but I couldn't manage to fit into the video. Thank you so much for watching.
Arachné! Minas Ithil est sur le point de sombrer. Il nous faut le Palantir.
Un rôdeur de la Porte Noire. Je vous croyais tous morts.
C'était bien le cas.
Oh, la ville moyenne, rôdeur. Il risque de bientôt fermer les portes. Il faut nous y rendre le plus vite possible.
Alors montrez-moi le chemin.
Le sort de la cité importe peu.
Il est hors de question qu'il se fasse massacrer comme tous mes frères à la Porte Noire.